What's up? Hello, everybody. My name's Anthony, and you're watching Crypto Ride, the cryptocurrency YouTube channel that helps you navigate through the highs and lows of cryptocurrency through crypto coin news, technical analysis, and crypto project reviews. And if you're new to the channel or just stopping by, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you could join our community. But more importantly, have you seen CoinMarketCap? Have you looked at Bitcoin? And we're going to talk about if this is potentially a bull trap, what some key levels might be that I'm looking at for it to break higher and give us confirmation that this move is for real, or talk about where this thing could go if it falls lower. You guys know I usually talk a lot about altcoins. We're big on Matic, Phantom, and most importantly, Chainlink. Lately, we've been following that one. But the main one, of course, in my portfolio is the original, the biggest, the baddest, the best, in my opinion, cryptocurrency out there is Bitcoin. So I see no reason to talk about any other projects in this particular video, but naturally I'll be back with other reviews soon. Let's talk big picture and just talk about the uptrend that Bitcoin is currently in for a second, just in case you forgot about it, because I know a lot of times we as investors, we tend to get caught up in the day-to-day, but we did break our downtrend and establish an uptrend back in April of 2019, which has not been broken, believe it or not. For as slow as July and August have been, we actually still have a really beautiful rising chart here. And this yellow line that you're looking at represents our main uptrend. So you can see, in order for us to go bearish, the price would have to break below roughly $8,800 and it would have to shoot right down. And as time passes, the trend only rises. So that's the good news. Now, the bad news is we are in a descending triangle here, right? I've got three different low points here, my bottom, and I've got my descending triangle. Now, when we look at descending triangles like this, the tendency is for the price, or the probability, I should say, is for the price to break downwards. But that hasn't happened here. And you can see we just broke through this line in the triangle and broke out of it. Now, the question on everyone's mind, and what we're going to have to wait to find out, is this a bull trap? If you don't know what a bull trap is basically a fake out. So if this were a bull trap, basically we might shoot up like this, but then in time, you know, tomorrow we wake up and then we're kind of doing this and bouncing around, moving downwards. Now, I want to be bullish as bad as anybody, and I am bullish on Bitcoin long term, but I'm not 100% sure that this is a true breakout yet. And I also want to say, if you look down here at the volume was strong, which is also a positive sign. So things are looking good, and I would say I'm cautiously optimistic at the moment. But I want to go over a couple resistance levels. The first one was 2,400. I was looking at that earlier today, and I said to myself, if we break 2,400 with some conviction, this could be considered to be bullish. So we've actually done that, and now we're kind of flirting around that area. The time of this recording, our price is actually $10,400. Now, $10,400 is a very critical level, because if you look at it around here, that's the tops of where we had resistance here, support around here. Now I'm dating all the way back to the beginning of July of this year. I can go back further and you'll see some tops of some candles, some bottoms of some candles. A lot of action around that $10,400 price point. So we want to make sure that we stay above that and that this volume continues to look good, okay? Now, for a true confirmation of the uptrend in my mind would be if we can reach $10,777 or $10,800, right? You can see all this resistance and support we kind of had right here back in August. Again, this was a key level in the beginning of August, on August 3rd. So that's a really important level to break through. So here's what I'm looking for and what you can look for. We have to hold above 10,400. And then at some point within the next week, I'd like to see us move back to and through 10,800. If we can move past there, I would take that as confirmation and potentially enter a long position and try and play it as a swing trade. And the other thing I want to point out, which is very bullish, is we just had this crossover. I'll make this nice and large for you guys. We just had this crossover down here in the MACD, and it actually just turned green. This pulse just fired. So if you want to take a chance, this might be, I'm not a financial advisor, I always have to say that, but this might be a great moment if you're trying to play this as a swing trade. As a matter of fact, I might, seeing this now, I might go in and try and make a play on this and do a little swing trade myself. But one thing I want to talk about too is just the MACD indicator if you're not too familiar with it. So I've been reading a lot about the MACD and other indicators in this book on swing trading right now. And one thing you can compare the MACD and the price momentum to is if you were driving a race car and let's say your foot hits the gas and you hit the accelerator. Now at some point that car is going to hit its max speed. So you're going to gain momentum until you hit that max speed because the wind and the atmosphere is going to act against it and it's going to top out. Right now, picture this. You're driving that car and you take your foot off the accelerator. Now, what'll happen is you'll still be moving forward, but the car will start to slow down naturally. Now, you can think about that slowdown or that deceleration period as this part of the histogram, right? But this is the histogram. So this shows you the momentum in price. So you can just see the downward momentum in price just here, and I'll zoom in even more. The downward momentum right here just finished. And now we have some upward momentum, but Bitcoin, and I've mentioned this before on the channel, Bitcoin historically reacts well to the MACD. And I just wanted to give you that little analogy. Think of that sports car, because we're talking about momentum. We talk about MACD if you're new to technical analysis and don't know too much about it. And that's one of the things I do on this channel too, is I try and teach you guys a little bit as we talk about the charts. And the other thing you're looking at on this chart right now is this orange line, which is our 50-day moving average, which you can see we are flirting with. So if we can come up above this line, which wouldn't take much, which would be 10,500, 10,600, and remain above this line with some conviction, that would also be another bullish indicator. So where am I right now? All in all, I am cautiously optimistic about Bitcoin. All right, the dominance of Bitcoin is officially, look at this, at 70% again. We've been in the high 60s for a while. Now we're back at 70%, and we'll see where it goes from here. It's exciting, but I do not want to get anyone too excited, because if you've been in this space for a minute, you know that crypto and Bitcoin itself does have a tendency to move up and kind of fake us out, do that bull trap, and then fall back down sometimes. So be careful out there with your trading, with your investing. In the comments section, make sure to give us your insight on what you think the Bitcoin price action will be doing over the course of the next couple weeks, now that we're in September and summer is ending, and we're kind of coming up on the beginning of Q4 as well pretty soon. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the ride, and I'll see you next time.